nerds, welcome back to the Nexus, and we are talking more about TV that I've watched recently. Now, this is specifically on Netflix because, like I said, I keep Netflix for a while and I kind of binge, and then I just stop watching Netflix and cut it off. So here are 5 animations that I have watched recently that I feel like you should watch, and here are my thoughts. The first one, obviously, is Blue-Eyed Samurai. It is the premise that it is a biracial child that is white and Japanese, and they're born during a feudal time in Japan where being mixed race is seen as being a blue-eyed devil. And this particular person is literally seeking revenge on the dad that helped make him, basically. And to do that, they have to figure out which of the 4 white men that were in the town are responsible. And it's so good. I look forward to season 2. I need season 2. It was so freaking good. Now, it is a little violent, a little gory, but the fight scenes ain't down. I loved it. The next one, if you like Greek mythology and you like Hera finally get her lick back, then you're going to like Blood of Zeus. I have always said Hera deserves to get her lick back some kind of way. I didn't mean by using humans, but I guess Hera gonna do what Hera gonna do. The premise of this is it's a story about 2 twins. They were born to one mother. One is her husband's and the other one's a Zeus. And they have completely different lives, and their lives turn into something I don't even want to call it destiny because it was rough, and it's between them and the gods. And I will say the ending, I just felt so bad for the twins. That's all I'm going to say. The next one is Twilight of the Gods. Okay, so the premise of this one is that it's these really beautiful people. They're getting married. They're getting married back in her hometown. She is actually from a family of giants. And on her wedding day, Thor comes down and wreaks havoc, wiping out her entire family. So the whole premise of this story is that she's literally seeking revenge on Thor. And I mean, obviously I'm down for that story plot. I was like, yeah, get with it. This was a very interesting take. However, there is a gaping plot hole at the end of this that I need to talk about with somebody because why did we do that? I know they advertise it as the first and last episode is done by Zack Snyder. You can very much tell the fighting and stuff is very Zack coded. But there's a massive gaping plot hole that I need to talk about with somebody, and I really want to talk about it with somebody. And I do want to figure out if there is a season 2. But we need to talk about it desperately. Yeah. The next one is a movie, and it is Spellbound. Now, Rachel Zegler, girl, you can sing. However, I got 30 minutes in and I was like, please stop singing. Please. This is a musical on crack. They sang every single thing. I mean, they made it was so much singing that at one point I was just kind of laying there with my eyes closed, just tell me when the song is over. Not every song progresses the story. Sometimes it would make the story kind of just stand still. And it's just Lord Jesus, stop singing. The premise of the story is that it's about this princess whose parents were cursed in a forest and now they've been turned to monsters. And she wants to turn them back from monsters to humans, but they have to go through this creepy dark forest to do it. And also there are other things attached to it. It was a very interesting take on the whole arguing parents thing. I will say that, but the singing, it was too much singing. It was just entirely too much singing. Now, this last one, I have to laugh because this last one it's funny. It's funny. I watched it while I was folding clothes, and it is Winx Club, The Magic is Back. Now, listen, I remember when I was younger that the animation for Winx Club was always 3 steps behind schedule. The fact that even now with new Winx, they're still making the animation look like it's mediocre compared to everything else. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I'm is Winx for people learning how to animate? Because it's very much I'm trying not to laugh because it's very much giving basic animation, but the storyline was super cringe. It was the Winx Club girls. Aisha had no hairline and no edges, which made no sense because again, we are in 2025 with animation. There's no way they put this helmet wig looking braids on Aisha and it was okay. But I did watch the whole thing while I was folding clothes, so a win is a win. But yes, this is a very short video, and I hope that y'all like this. Let me know what you've been watching, and we're logging out of the Nexus. Until next time, nerds. Bye.